So if you're ready, let's get underway.
Let's
To
get it
use a
going.
bad pun, I guess.
Let's get underway.
Welcome everyone to Underway. We have an illustrious guest for you today. She is currently in her third year of absolutely dominating in NWSL, Portland's favorite dog mom, and your favorite player's favorite furniture flipper. Everyone give it up for Reyna Reyes. Reyna, thank you so much for joining us. How are you doing today?
Really good. Love that intro. Thank you.
Of course, no problem. First and foremost, got to get an applause in for you real fast. Reyna just secured the bag last week, signed a new contract with the Thorns until 2030. Congrats to you. How's it feel to call PNW your home?
Honestly, I'm just really grateful and honored that I can call this my home until 2030. I've had such a great experience so far. I want to continue that, and I have so many goals set for these next 5 years. But I love the security behind it, but also just like I just love playing here. I love playing in this stadium behind our amazing fans and everything. It's just nothing like anyone else in this league. So,
Yeah. I mean, last year my family and I went to Portland, and if I told you I thought about moving there at least once a week, I sincerely might be underselling it. What does that area and the organization mean to you?
yes, the area is beautiful. I'm from Texas, went to
Mhm.
school in Alabama. So, like, coming up here was completely different. But, like, the nature, mountains, you've got a little bit of everything. The coast, it's literally an hour away from me. But yeah, just like the area in general, beautiful. And yeah, just like the atmosphere. It's in the soccer world, like our fans, again, like I said, they are so supportive. They light a fire under us whenever we are at home. And just, yeah, just Portland in general is just such a great organization. And I just believe so much in it.
Yeah, I mean, Reina, it is a tight table right now in
Yeah.
NWSL. We're recording this episode the day before the Thorns take on Bay FC. So I'll say you guys have 4 games left. You guys are sitting at 6 out of 8 playoff spots. It's a race to the finish. What are the vibes
Mhm.
like in the locker room, and how are you guys staying focused on the task at hand?
Yes. I mean, I think the vibes, we are all striving to win, get a playoff spot. We really want a home spot, finishing
Hmm.
in the top four so that we get a home game. But at the end of the day, like we know, like we have to get our shit together and we got to grind out these last 4 games, do what we got to do. I know like from last game, we definitely are going to correct those mistakes that we made and better those things. But I think truly it's just like us coming together and just really grinding out. I like end of seasons are always hard. It's always brutal, but we're just like leaning on each other and just concentrating on the little things.
Yeah. Head coach Rob Gale has been at the club starting as an assistant your first season, made the switch to manager.
Mhm.
Besides being an Arsenal supporter, the guy seems pretty great. What's it been like working with him, and what's it been like with him and his staff's messaging going into like a very critical part of the season?
Yes, him as an individual is a very unique character. He's very funny, but honestly, like down to earth. He's a warm-hearted guy. But yeah, like coaching, I think that they are just trying to, do their best with tactics and everything, and just like inspire us. I think they're really good with inspiring us to, just go out there, be a team and just go fight for each other, fight for our injured players who can't play this season, just things like that. But yeah, I think like they try their best to create a good culture for us.
Yeah, I mean, you've been balling this season, starting 21 to 22 games, logging over 1,800 minutes, which has already eclipsed what you did last season. As far as defenders go, you're top 10 in tackles won,
Mhm.
blocks, tackles and interceptions combined, block passes. Personally, how have you seen this season go for you, and what's it like to
Yeah.
be in a forward's pocket all game long?
That's funny. No, I think honestly, it's just kind of like natural. Like, I just feel like, it's like whenever you don't think about it and you just go out there and play, and then, like, success comes of it. I think whenever, like, you think too hard, or I don't know, just I feel like yeah, this season I've definitely taken on a more like I guess I've had more confidence and more comfortability out there and just taking on that role. And I think just naturally it just like comes off as like I'm just going out there and I'm playing the game I love. It's just fun. And then the success comes from it. But I feel like, before, like as a rookie and everything, I knew I need to just like come in, take in everything, grow, learn from others, and just, yeah. But like, yeah, this year, I've gotten more minutes, I've gotten more time, and I've taken on a different role. So at the end of the day, it's like the sport I love. So I'm just going out there and having fun.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned it a little bit earlier, but you get to play in I think, one of the most iconic soccer stadiums in the U.S. week in and week out, with some of the most diehard fans in the league. How would you describe that atmosphere on game days?
Yeah, it's honestly like an extra player on the field. That's what it feels like. It's just like they have our backs. Like I know, like probably someone on every other team that comes and they're like, we hate playing at y'all stadium. We hate it so much. And I'm like,
Yeah.
sorry. But yeah, no, it's just like, yeah, they give us the energy off of every little tackle, every little thing. Like they're fighting for us behind our backs and we feel that energy and we, take it and we run with it. So.
No, I mean, Portland is known to have some of the like true one of one icons on their teams, but in recent years there's been a lot of turnover. Becky
Mhm.
Sauerbrunn, Christine Sinclair retiring, Sophia Wilson being gone for the season for a great reason, and a couple
Mhm.
days ago, Hina Sugita getting traded. What's it like playing with some of the greatest that the league had to offer, and do you consider yourself spoiled because you get to do that?
Yeah, honestly, kind of crazy. Like whenever people ask me about that, I'm like, yeah, like the year I got drafted was um whenever the year before they won the championship. So I
Hmm.
came into the reigning champs and I was like looking at the roster on the team. I'm like, oh my gosh, these are about to be my teammates. Like that's crazy. And then, I was playing next to Becky Sauerbrunn, and that is like someone I looked up to my whole life. Just watched her as a little kid. I was literally a little kid watching her, and I'm like, now she's my teammate. I'm playing next to her. Like
Where
that
did my
shows you
life
dreams are
go right
possible,
now to
right?
be
It
able to
shows you
do
dreams are
this?
possible.
Yeah.
And then like what even tops it is that they're just like they're human beings. Like they're amazing human beings. And like you think like I was like kind of scared to even like talk to them when I first got here, but then like Sink, like great character. Oh my gosh, love her so much. But yeah, it's like it's honestly just an honor too because then I'm learning from the best, and yeah, I'm just so grateful and they've taught me so much and I feel like that's why I kind of am having the success I am this year and today. So
Yeah,
thanks to
not
them.
not only icons on the field, but icons in the locker room. What do you think is like the main thing that you've taken away from, any of their games?
Yeah. I think just like honestly from Becky, it's like for her, it's like her leadership. Like she's so just it's natural, her communication, her leader just on and off the field, just how everything. And then just like seeing she's so composed. Like I just watch her. I'm like, she just under pressure, she just doesn't even like it doesn't even like disrupt her. So I'm just like I kind
Yeah.
of like take on, like little things here and there from each person and I just watch and I strive to become those things and just yeah, just like a little bit of everything on the field, off the field, all types of that stuff. I could go on and on, but yeah, just like I try to just pick and choose those little things and I strive to do those as well.
Yeah. I mean, in 2023, you were drafted fifth overall in the NWSL draft. They don't have it anymore. But for those of
Hmm.
you who may have forgot, the top five picks were Alyssa Thompson, Michelle Cooper, Emily Sams, Jenna Niswanger, and yourself, which is a great five-a-side already. How would you describe your NWSL experience? Did you cry? Did you shotgun beers? How did Reyna Reyes celebrate?
Yeah, I actually had a venue back at home. My old club coach, because I played for FC Dallas, he
Hmm.
rented out a venue for us, and I had my entire family there. And whenever they called my name, yeah, I just started like crying. My parents were next to me, my whole family behind me, just cheering, and we just had a little champagne toast afterwards. But yeah, it was just an amazing experience, and I was just really honored and just emotional. Yeah.
Yeah. As someone who went through the draft, how do you view the new free agency model that they've implemented?
I think I think the draft was super cool and it was a great idea behind it. And yeah, but I think honestly, with this new free agency, like it kind of gives players the opportunity to go and like try different teams wherever they want to go. It also gives the teams opportunities to, recruit like more overseas or wherever they want.
Hmm.
But I think there's pros and cons to it on both
Yeah.
sides. But I overall like, I think it's good. So
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for giving players more control in their decision making.
yeah.
You're from Texas. A decision that you made is going to University of Alabama, which football powerhouse always has been a destination. But when you think of playing soccer, Alabama might be like the 48th state, at least on my mind, of where someone would
Yeah.
go. How did that
Hmm.
opportunity even come about?
Yeah, you know what's funny, and don't out me, but like I actually didn't even know how good their football team was. Like
Really?
I'm not a football watcher, so like when I went and my coach at the time, Wes, he took me to the stadium and stuff, and I was just like, that's cool. Like the football stadium.
This is pretty
And
big.
but I was like, oh, that's cool. And then he was like, yeah, we're number one. I was like, oh, no, I didn't know that, but that's cool. But then actually when I was in the university and going to school there, I was like, oh my gosh, this is actually a huge deal. It's kind of crazy. We were the number one team. We won like the Natty Champ like two or three times while I was there. It was
Yeah.
crazy. But no, I did like a whole like 2 week tour throughout the SEC, visited, some other schools and other conferences and stuff. But truly, I think what like dragged me to Alabama was just like I really loved Wes. I loved how he spoke about his team and his goals and what he wanted, and he truly made me believe in like what he was saying. And then like I I did like that it was like far but close to home at the same time.
Mm.
And then like the team at the time, like they were just so welcoming and just, yeah, I just really thought that I could be happy there and I wanted to give it a chance. And I'm super glad I did.
Yeah, I mean, it worked out,
Yeah.
obviously.
Hmm.
But switching things over to your national team career, you've been repping Mexico ever since U17s. I've talked with a lot of players who've been in your shoes about being a dual nat. How did that decision come about? And was it even like I'll entertain either side, or were you just like, I'm Mexico straight ahead?
Yeah, I think I was young at the time. I was like 14. I was in middle school when I got my first call up.
Hmm.
But at the time, I think I was just going to like the US marketing camps. That was just like before you actually got called into a legit camp. But yeah, I ended up getting the call to Mexico to come out and try with the U17s. And I was like, let's go. Let's go. That's amazing. I didn't even know that was a thing. There was a scout that was out at our games, said that I could get the dual citizenship. And I was like, yeah, let's do it. So
Hmm.
my parents worked on that and went out to my first camp, loved it. And then ever since then, I was just Team Mexico.
Yeah, I mean, I people around soccer, it feels like such like a yeah, since I was 14, I've represented my country. To somebody who doesn't pay attention to soccer, that's such a wild thing to think about a 14-year-old
Yeah.
representing their country. Did you feel that pressure of like putting on the badge and the kit, or was it just like, yeah, I'm gonna go play some friendlies this weekend, see you later, high school friends?
Yeah, no. Yeah, it was kind of crazy because like especially when I was like younger, I was like leaving almost every 2 weeks to go
Mhm.
to a camp or something. But I think, you know, whenever we were practicing and stuff, like yeah, it seemed just like another day of playing soccer. But like whenever it was game day and you were putting on your uniform and you sang the national anthem and you just realize like an entire country is behind you and you're playing like for that crest and it just like it means so much and like also like to honor that side of my family and everything, my grandparents travel anywhere for all the World Cups or qualifiers, so it means so much to them too. So yeah, it definitely means a lot. It's not just another game.
Yeah. What was that moment like when you made your debut for the senior team?
Yeah, nerve-wracking
Yeah.
but amazing. Just so grateful, so honored. I just went out there, gave 100% and just did my job. But just the whole time, like, I'm just like, I'm super blessed for this opportunity and I don't want to going to take advantage of it. So.
Yeah. I mean, since then, you've obviously taken advantage of it. 16 caps, including making the squad for every El Tri Femenil game this season, or not this season, this year.
Yeah.
How would you describe the pretty noticeable shift over the last year within the team?
Yeah, I think we took on a new coach. And so obviously he had to learn everybody and
Hmm.
everything. So it took some time for me to prove myself, but I think he's done a great job with our team, sets a good culture. And yeah, I think just like here in NWSL, you always have to earn your way. And I think giving it time, like I'm earning my way and I'm
Hmm.
proud of it and just want to keep doing that because I have bigger goals. So, I want to make it to World Cup and the Olympics. And yeah, he believes in me. I believe in him. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you guys finished second in the Pinatar Cup. After missing out on the World Cup in 2023, does second place like leave a bad taste in your guys' mouth, or like is it fuel to keep going, or is it like a sign of, hey, we're making progress, we'll get to where we want to be sooner than later?
Yeah, no, we definitely we want more. We want to strive
Yeah.
for more. Like we want to represent our country and everything. So it means so much. We are definitely not satisfied until we get up there and we win.
Hmm.
That's what we want. We want to be in the top 10 in country ranking. So yeah, just means it means a lot when we're trying to work to get there. So
Yeah, I mean, you played in two U17 World Cups. 2027 is coming closer than I'd probably like to admit it's coming.
Mhm.
How much do you put into the thought of making that squad and kind of, catapulting Mexico further than what they were able to do before you made the senior squad?
Mhm. Yeah, I mean, that's always the goal. That is definitely my goal. I'm working hard every day. I actually, I communicate with my coach about my games here
Hmm.
and try to work on things that because we, may play different styles and everything, but I still try to incorporate things that I need to work on for them too, so that when I go back, I have those things and the style and everything. But yeah, just like, and I know he's doing that with every other player. So
Yeah.
I really like that he's doing that. It's helping us in the long run, and it's just more of those little things. Like every time we get together, this it's what we're striving for. Everything that we're doing, every game that we're playing, it's for the World Cup. It's for the Olympics. It's to get there. It's to go
Hmm.
further. It's to just create history for us. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, even if I think 2027 is pretty far or kind of close, 2031, it feels like a lifetime away for me. But that World Cup
Hmm.
that's going to be hosted by by Mexico and the US, how exciting is
Hmm.
that for you? And what do you think the rest of the world can expect from both of those countries?
A lot of fans. Definitely a lot of
Yeah.
fans. I think the stands, every stadium will be crowded. I think it's also just a great opportunity because I feel like most World Cups are never hosted here. So it's a great opportunity for all of our family members on every team can,
Hmm.
come to our games, watch our games because we'll be right at home. We'll just be more of like a reason and everything to, go out there and win that thing. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, last time the US hosted a Women's World Cup, it was in 2003. You're too young to remember it. I think you're like two.
No. Yeah.
But in 2003 and 99, they're heralded as like two major events that shifted the history of women's soccer. And that has gone on to like shape young girls' fandom, emulating people like Mia Hamm and Michelle Akers, Brandy Chastain. Do you ever think about little girls who are going to be watching a Mexico game thinking, I can't wait to be the next Reyna Reyes?
Yeah. It's kind of crazy because, like for me, I still feel like a little kid sometimes, like dreaming and then, I'll get like a message or a DM from a girl just saying how much she loves watching me and that I'm inspiring her. And like, I'm like, yeah, see, this is exactly why I'm doing what I'm doing. Like, I love it and it's inspiring other girls. And that's exactly what I want. And that's what I was. And now it's kind of crazy because now I'm like the one inspiring, but it's like, that's how it should go.
Yeah.
That's like what you should want. And so that actually pushes me to even like want to go further
Hmm.
and yeah, just like challenge myself and, achieve more goals and everything. So yeah, and it's just like it's a good feeling. So
That's amazing. It must,
yeah.
be insane to be in those shoes.
Hmm.
On a much more serious note, we got to talk about flip that thing. Dude,
Yeah,
I'm not
I
kidding when I say I'm absolutely floored by your ability. And for those of you
thank
who
you.
haven't seen what Reyna does in her spare time when she's not killing it on the pitch, she flips furniture, and the patience and the time that it must take to do something, it's not in me, I'll tell you that much. How did that come about, and how did you even know that you'd be good at doing that?
I didn't know I would be good at it, but no, it's just something I always loved watching. I loved watching like house flipper like TV shows and stuff
Hmm.
like that, or just like if I'm on my phone, like little DIY videos. I loved watching those things, but I came across this one like quick beginner DIY like videos for like furniture flipping. And it was like, you only need these 5 things. And so I was like, you know what? I've got a lot of time on my hands, like after practice, maybe I can just do this. And I ended up doing it. I absolutely fell in love with it. And I was like, wait, this isn't bad. This isn't bad. And
Yeah.
so it just made me want to like do my next one and do my next one. And then I really started getting like creative with it. And it was just kind of like, yeah. And then a table came right here. It's
Yeah.
actually behind me,
Okay,
right there.
the epoxy
Yeah.
table. I was going to ask you about that. How many hours did it take to finish that?
Um, it was like over a span of like 10 days, but I didn't work on
Jesus.
it every day. But
Okay.
like it takes 3 days for the epoxy to cure in general, so I just had to leave it to dry for 3 days. But I mean, it's not that bad of a process. It's always worse the first time because that's when you make your first mistakes and everything. But then once you know like what to do and you get it down, it's like it goes pretty quickly.
Are there any new projects that people can be looking forward to?
Yes. Right now I am doing my closet. I
Okay.
completely ripped it all out.
That's a big
The
undertaking.
carpet, yeah, carpet, all the shelves, everything. And I'm doing like the DIY closet. I don't know if you've seen like the IKEA kind of vibe where
Yeah.
they have it, but anyways, super expensive, but it's not really that. It's more like I just like to do it. I like to see if I can and
Hmm.
just I can also make it more like me and what I want and like personalize it. But yeah, I already put in flooring, I've built all the shelves, everything, and right now I'm
Jeez.
just doing like the small like caulking and painting and stuff like
Yeah.
that. And then yeah, so that'll be out soon.
Okay. I'm amazed, honestly. And once you're done with your playing career, I'm sure HGTV is going to come calling.
That would be nice.
We'll get you out of here after this next section. I title it differently for the person that I'm interviewing. This one's called Roll Tide. What was going through your mind after you scored your first professional goal?
Um, so excited, just happy. I was just screaming and just like, yep, that was it. That was it. Saw nothing else, just happy.
Yeah. This might be a little controversial, but what did you think of the 2023 Thorns away kit that has been dubbed the Ed Hardy kit?
I liked it. I kind of liked it. Is that not a good answer?
Look, it is a fan favorite on kit history. It's the number one ranked jersey.
Okay.
It reminds me of Affliction. So I
Yeah.
don't know if
It did
it's
remind me of
not.
Ed Hardy.
Yeah, look, I'm not like a serious person who dresses up and takes fashion advice from people, but as soon as I saw it, I was like, that is a bold move.
It was. It was.
Yeah. What was the best part of about going to University of Alabama?
Um, I met my best friends that will be in my wedding. So I got it. Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
You kind of mentioned a little bit earlier, but was there a player that you most idolized growing up?
Yeah. As Becky Sauerbrunn as a defender, and then forward wise, honestly, Megan Rapinoe. I loved her just grit, everything. Like she always went so hard, and like that's exactly what I took, and I wanted to be just like that.
Yeah. Is that a little awkward with the Washington,
I
Oregon?
know. I was like, now you're my enemy. Just kidding.
Leanne Rhymes, Tyrese Maxey, Lee Trevino, and Reyna Reyes are all from Garland, Texas. Who do you have winning in a foot race?
Not me.
Okay.
Probably not me. I don't know who, but not me.
I mean, going through it, Lee Trevino's like 90 years old now. Leanne Rhymes might stop some people by playing like guitar or something. So my money was either on you or Tyrese Maxey.
Okay, maybe me.
Texas barbecue or Texas Mexican food?
Texas barbecue because I'll take Mexican food.
Okay. Do you get a lot of good Mexican food up there in Portland?
Oh, no. I thought you were gonna say in Mexico. Sorry.
Well, obviously.
Yeah. It's okay. There's some good places. There are.
Yeah, I think that was like the one hang up that I had on the city is like I mean granted I was there for an extended weekend, but I was like I have not found a good Mexican spot yet. But I
Yeah, you
know
gotta like go finding. Yeah,
yeah,
that's
I
what I
know
figured out.
October 19th you're coming to LA to play Angel City. I'm gonna give them a plug because I go there like once a week. But Tacos El Güero
Mhm.
cannot recommend it enough if you know have a day off where you get to do a meal cheat day.
Okay. I may have to try it.
You grew up, you played for the FC Dallas Academy, you played for Crimson Tide, and now the Portland Thorns. Is the way to get Reyna on your team simply by having a shade of red as the main color?
That's kind of funny. I kind of told my mom, I was like, when I was looking at colleges, I kind of want a team that wears red or black. I like those colors. My mom goes, "Really? You're gonna decide over a color jersey?" But honestly, it just kind of naturally like happened. And when I did get drafted to Portland, I was like, "Mom, look, their jerseys are black and red. It's perfect."
That's great. How was your experience playing with FC Dallas in the academy?
Oh, really great. I think I actually started with them when I was about like 6.5 years old.
Hmm.
Had the same coach pretty much all the way through till I left for college, Matt Grubb. Taught me so much. Really grateful for that man.
Hmm.
Great coach, great person. And but yeah, I really loved it. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I know you. I don't know if you would consider yourself a gamer, but I know that you played Fortnite in the past. But what was it like seeing yourself on EAFC for the first time?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. I look fake, but no, I'm just kidding. I actually don't play FIFA, but I tried
Hmm.
and I sucked.
Yeah.
But yeah, Fortnite is my game. But no, it's kind of cool. It really is cool because you just see all the stars that you look up to, and like now you're added on it. It's just like it's just another thing that comes with this, and it's just like wow, dreams are coming true.
Yeah. I mean, you might be the first person who's had that reaction of like being happy because most of the people that I asked that question to, they're like, they did me dirty with that rating.
Oh yeah, that too. But I don't even like to think about that. I'm like I don't even think they like actually I'm not gonna get into it. But
Okay.
I don't think they actually look at the
Don't
games or
upset
whatever
them or
to
else you
actually
might get
read it
dinged next
correctly because
year.
I'm like, that's crazy. But it's okay.
What's the biggest thing you miss back home?
My family. Yeah, my family. But actually my mom is coming into town today, so I get to
Oh,
see her.
great.
But yeah.
That's going to be very exciting for her and for yourself.
Mhm.
And then so that you can go spend some time with your mom, I'll ask you this last question. Obviously making the playoffs, but what are some goals to finish out the season for you?
Yes. Um, make playoffs. But then once we get to playoffs, it's everybody's game and
Hmm.
going for that championship. There's always a chance. And so yeah, that's main goal. And then also, as a defender, getting shutouts in these last 4 games. So
Yeah. All right. I mean, that was the game Roll Tide, and that wraps up Raina's time here on
woohoo.
Underway. Thank you again for joining us. Really appreciate you taking the time out today. Do you want to let everyone know the socials where they can find you?
Yes, Instagram. Do you want me to send that, or do you want me to just say it?
No, just say it, and then I'll throw it in
Oh, okay.
the description.
Yeah. Flip that thing. And then Reyna Reyes, I think 16 on Instagram. That's really my main media platform. So
Gotcha.
yeah.
Awesome. Well, appreciate it, Reyna. Thank you, and good luck the rest of the season.
Yes, thank you so much.
Okay.
Great talking to you.
Underway has been brought to you by 818 Productions. Any use of Underway, either acquired through podcast or video format that is captured by a third party with proper credentials, requires the direct written consent of 818 Productions and must be used in compliance with all requirements and restrictions stated therein.